Good evening, everyone. I'm Alan Cohn, and Adam Cellini is off. Merry Christmas Eve. Topping our news tonight, it was supposed to be a quick Christmas Eve getaway to Key West. Tonight, a prominent Polk County attorney and several members of his family are dead as their small plane crashed on takeoff in dense fog. The Polk County Sheriff's Office says the twin-engine plane crashed early this morning at the end of the runway at Bartow Municipal Airport. 5 people are dead, including attorney John Shannon, his 2 daughters, a son-in-law, and a family friend. Investigators say they all died on impact. While it is too soon to say why the plane crashed, Sheriff Grady Judd says weather may have been a factor.
The person that was the pilot of the plane was a friend of mine. So I've known him for years and years. He's a very good man. Why he chose to take off, I don't know. I have viewed a video clip that was taken of him taking off, and you could not even see the aircraft on the field for the fog. I talked to my chief pilot, and I said, is there any way a small aircraft should have been taking off in this weather? And he told me, absolutely not.
The National Transportation Safety Board and the FAA are investigating. Now let's head over to Wendy Ross for a check on your first alert forecast. Wendy.
Alan, tonight is the night everybody has been going to be talking about because we've got that cold front on our precipice. It is sitting just to our north over the northern part of the state. That's where it's parked right now. And this has been a slow mover, and you can already see some of the showers that are starting to develop in advance of that front affecting the northern part of the state. But notice it's a very thin line of rain. So as this system starts to make its way down through the state, we're expecting to see it here during the overnight time period. And that's when we are going to see the rain. Is going to be during the overnight hours and into the very early morning hours tomorrow. And then it is going to move on through our area, and we're going to be left with mostly cloudy skies in the morning, and then things are going to be clearing up during the afternoon hours. So this is going to be quite a gift for everyone in our community because we're looking at those rain showers right now. Very light rains taking place from Jacksonville, stretching across Tallahassee and moving into the Gulf of Mexico. But again, that's all part of this cold front that's moving in our direction. It's going to be cooling us off as well. We'll let you know how cool it's going to get in just a few minutes. Alan?
Wendy, thank you. The search continues tonight for 2 suspects who robbed a Manatee County outlet store. Detectives say 2 people entered Ollie's Bargain Outlet on 33rd Street East in Bradenton around 11 last night. Armed with handguns, the 2 broke into an office at the store and took cash. An employee still working inside was struck on the head and was treated for minor injuries. This is an ongoing investigation, and anyone with information on the case is asked to contact Manatee County Crime Stoppers at the number on your screen. That is 866-634-TIPS. The Northport police are trying to catch a pair of thieves and want your help. Take a good look at these photos. Officers say these 2 are wanted for a string of burglaries in the area of Pan American Boulevard and Narramore Street. If you recognize them, you are asked to contact the Northport Police Department. Now to the latest. Following a fatal fire in Bradenton Friday night, the Manatee County Sheriff's Office identifying William Craig as the Bradenton man who died inside his home. The home located in the Woodlands Village community on Boulevard East in Bradenton. The cause of the fire remains under investigation. Lots of things to do for President Trump during his stay in Florida for Christmas, from tracking Santa to talking to U.S. service members and, of course, tweeting. ABC's Daria Albinger has the latest.
A busy day of golf and Christmas events for President Trump while he spends the holidays at his Florida resort. This afternoon, the president and first lady working the phones with the North American Aerospace Defense Command, or NORAD, the military agency that's tracked Santa Claus's path on Christmas Eve for 61 years, telling millions of children who call and email when their presents will be dropped off.
I'll make a prediction. Santa is going to treat you well.
Sunday morning, the president addressed several rooms full of military members in a video conference call.
We're grateful for each of you who spend this Christmas away from your families and defend all of our families, our freedoms, and our flag.
Earlier on Sunday, it was time for politics as the president fired up Twitter to once again attack FBI Deputy Director Andrew McCabe. Trump critical of McCabe because his wife's 2015 Virginia State Senate campaign received money linked to a Hillary Clinton ally. Trump accusing McCabe of bias when the FBI investigated Hillary Clinton during the election campaign. The White House Legislative Affairs Director defending the president today on Fox News.
The president is saying we need to know that our civil servants are doing the honorable thing, and it's important the American people know what happened in that investigation.
Democrats defended McCabe's integrity. California Representative Jackie Speer saying, quote, he has not displayed any conduct that would suggest he should be fired. The FBI says at the time of the political donations, McCabe consulted with Bureau ethics officials about the contributions. Daria Albinger, ABC News, New York.
Here on the Suncoast, people are gearing up to celebrate the holiday with family, whether it is escaping the weather up north or checking out some local traditions. ABC 7's Sammy Chido was out and about talking to folks about their plans.
We used to do the stockings.
Oh, yeah, she used to do stockings for the kids.
Everybody, and
Every
wrap up
child got a
crazy little
stocking.
things, and
There was
just
little gift packs in there. She
But-
wrapped every one of them. I don't care if it was just a
piece of gum.
We're from Canada, so the weather's a lot different. Normally we would be cooking turkey, kind of traditional, I would think. They are anyway. And we'd probably be enjoying the snow as well, too. Or staying inside to avoid the snow.
Spending time with our family. We always wake up and go and unwrap presents and go to church.
So what's one thing that you guys do every single year that you can't wait for?
Going to church.
I was born and raised in Puerto Rico, so we do celebrate the Three King Days.
We've been coming down to Sarasota area for Christmas for a long time now. Originally to see my grandma, and now my mom lives here, so now we're bringing our son down to see my mom, his grandma, and then my sister and her two boys are here as well.
This is a tradition for us. We've done it quite a few years in a row, and we think that it's really important for people to get out, spend time with their families, and remember what the holidays are all about. And it's not a real nativity unless you got the animals. So we're lucky enough to have, part of our Hoofstock family come up here and stand around for the nativity, and people really get to enjoy it.
Merry Christmas! Feliz Navidad!
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, thank you everybody and Merry Christmas.
And still to come on ABC 7, a scare for holiday shoppers at the Florida Mall. Why police evacuated the area, plus dreams of a white Christmas turning into a nightmare. Look at the whiteout conditions making holiday travel treacherous.
If you're over the age of 50 and considering buying an annuity in the next 60 days, I have some important news for you. Don't buy an annuity until you understand the pros and cons of annuities. A free book to help you maximize your retirement income from television host and three-time author Josh Melberg has been released. This book reveals little-known truths about annuity strategies in simple-to-understand terms. Grab a pen right now because we are about to offer you this free book that unlocks the 5 little-known secrets we believe baby boomers and seniors should know before buying an annuity. Call 800-307-2040 now, and you'll receive a free copy of Josh Melberg's book, Next Gen Annuity Strategies Revealed. As a bonus, we'll also send you the #1 mistakes retirees are making with their investments today, and a free DVD on how you can get up to 33% more income in retirement. Call 800-307-2040 to have your free information kit rushed to your door. Again, that's 800-307-2040.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard live up to a set of time-honored principles. I will always place the mission first. They stand ready to respond to any crisis. I will never accept defeat. They serve in their communities as citizens and as soldiers. I will never quit. They train part-time to be ready to serve at all times. I will never leave a fallen comrade. Learn more at nationalguard.com.
Everyone's buzzing about Suncoast View.
I like watching the Suncoast View.
I like the Suncoast View.
The cooking segments, I love the recipes. The theater segments are terrific.
Join Stephanie Roberts, Linda Carson, and Bobeth Yates for hot topics, everyday issues, celebrities, food, fashion, fitness, and everything in between. Nothing is off limits.
They're just fun.
For smart, fun talk in the afternoon, watch Suncoast View, weekdays at 4 on ABC 7.
For more than 100 years, American Humane Association has been teaching kids to be kind to animals. Those in our homes, on the farms, on the silver screen, and wildlife conservation caring for the world's vanishing creatures. But we can't do it alone. Visit kindness100.org to find ways to teach kids how they can make a more caring, compassionate, and humane world for all of us.
So I kind of grew up all across the country. I come from 5 generations of military men. My dad is still active duty. My grandpa is retired Marines. I like going for runs with my dog. I love, taking her out to the dog beach over in Venice. There are so many things here to do on the Suncoast. My goal every day when I come into work at ABC7 is to tell your stories, give you that major local news and those details that you really care about. I'm Jacqueline Matter, and I'm here for you.
Police say a naked postal worker shot a supervisor to death early yesterday in Ohio, then attacked and killed another supervisor at her home. Sean Lanier has the story.
Deshaun Stewart is accused of killing 2 of his co-workers, his supervisor, Lance Herrera Dempsey, and Dublin postmaster, Ginger Ballard.
There had been some type of investigation into his misconduct, and it had culminated into possibly him being terminated.
Investigators believe Stewart shot and killed Herrera Dempsey first inside of the post office.
There were other employees there.
Court documents state another employee heard Herrera say, quote, "What the hell?" When he looked in that direction, he saw Stewart standing completely naked, pointing the gun at Herrera Dempsey. That employee says he saw Stewart shoot Herrera Dempsey once while standing and another time when he fell to the ground. Then Stewart left.
We received a call here at this apartment complex where there was a male who was apparently causing an alarm to a resident.
Police say that's where they found Stewart and arrested him. After they searched the area, they found Ballard dead.
It all occurred outside in the parking lot.
Court documents state she was thrown to the ground, hit her head, and died instantly from blunt force trauma. For now, this post office has suspended all delivery, retail, and mail collection operations. A spokesperson released this statement, which reads, "We would like to apologize for any inconvenience and thank the Dublin community for their understanding and support. Our thoughts remain with the victims of this senseless act of violence and their families."
Stewart has been charged with aggravated murder for both killings. Hundreds of holiday shoppers at the Aventura Mall in South Florida ran for their lives at the reports of gunfire. Shoppers reported what sounded like gunshots. Police arrived and evacuated the area, but did not find any evidence of a shooting.
We actually received reports of shots, fired in different areas of the mall, which, led to a very chaotic situation. But luckily, there were no reports of any injuries, and everything is under control at this time, other than some really heavy traffic.
The mall has reopened. A major change in how greyhounds are tested for drugs at Florida racetracks, ruling in favor of 2 trainers suspended by the state after their dogs tested positive for cocaine. A judge is ruling Florida gambling regulators used an outlawed set of protocols to test racing greyhounds for drugs. The ruling effectively bans gambling regulators from performing drug tests on greyhounds until they create new rules. Dreams of a white Christmas are turning to a nightmare as whiteout conditions make holiday travel treacherous in large sections of the Midwest. ABC's Maggie Rulli gives us a look at those conditions and the dangers they pose to travelers.
It's going to be a white Christmas, perhaps even in places that are not used to it. Emergency shelters are opening in Seattle ahead of a storm system that's moving into the northwest and could bring snow to the city for the first time in 9 years.
We have space. Let's provide something, because they're out there on their own in the cold, in freezing conditions that could kill them.
Snow's already covering wide parts of the Midwest. Kids out sledding, adults busy removing the snow. A new winter storm system's bringing more snow from Chicago to Boston Sunday into Christmas Day. Travelers are warned of hazardous driving conditions with freezing rain and ice on the roads.
We have family in 2 different parts of the state, so we're driving all over the place.
I think just as long as it doesn't turn to ice, it'll be safe travel.
The trade-off for slick roads, snow on Christmas. Maggie Rulli, ABC News, New York.
Well, Wendy, we do have a white Christmas of sorts. It's called fog.
Yes, we had the fog early this morning, dense fog in some places, and then it began to lift. By about 10 o'clock this morning, things started to really quiet down and clear up for us. But we've got a cold front coming in tonight, so we may get a little bit of a mixture of fog once again into the picture. But more likely, what we are going to be getting for the overnight time period is this front is going to move on through and bring us some sprinkles, not even some heavy rain. Isn't that wonderful? The timing of this front is going to be the greatest gift that we're going to be getting, because as the front comes on through, and right now you can almost see where it's situated right here across the northern part of our state, extending into the Gulf of Mexico, and then eventually this front is going to be moving on into central Florida. But right now, some very light rains are picking up over the northern part of the state at this point, as this front starts to very slowly make its way down across the state of Florida. So we get the cold front is coming in tonight. A slight chance of showers for us. The rains are not going to be problematic, and we are also looking for cooler weather and breezy conditions tomorrow. So here's how things are going to time out. Right now we're looking at this frontal system situated across the northern part of the state, and then this front is slowly going to be moving on into central Florida. By around 4 o'clock in the morning, we may see a couple of showers affecting our area, but notice it's 4 in the morning. No one in your household should be up. It shouldn't be bothering anybody. And then as the front comes on through, we're going to see it moving on through our area between the hours of 8 and 10 o'clock in the morning. We are going to be left with mostly cloudy conditions throughout the morning hours, and then the front moves on through and things are going to be clearing up for us. So if you're expecting to have meals outside tomorrow, you can do it. You don't have to worry about any rain. And as far as the temperatures are concerned, right now we're looking at readings still in the 70s across the area, but you'll notice that during the day tomorrow, temperatures are going to start to cool off. Beginning at around 5 in the morning, we're going to see those 40s across the northern part of the state. We're still going to be in the mid-60s, but then as the day wears on, we are not going to be warming up all of that much. We're going to be seeing our temperatures right around that 70-degree mark across our region for the daytime highs, and that won't take place until about 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We'll see those temperatures only getting up to around 70 for the highest temperature of the day. So that's going to be a comfort for us, and what we're looking at right now is just partly cloudy skies across the region. We don't have any rain right now. All of the wet weather is still to our north. Remember, we're not expecting to see the showers develop for our area until after midnight. And of course, if you do have anybody doing any traveling, especially around the Midwest, that's where they're having all the snow and the icy conditions taking place. The coldest temperatures are still over the northern plain states, where they have single digits and teens. Imagine. And then as we take a look across the southeast, where the front has already gone through, you'll notice that Atlanta now is 48 degrees. This time last night they were in the 60s, and as you can see, the colder weather hasn't quite reached New Orleans at 63 degrees. So this frontal system is eventually going to be coming on through and bringing some cooler temperatures. But today we saw a temperature high of 78 degrees, an overnight low of 59, and right now we're looking at our temperatures in the 70s all across the region. You can go to the beach tomorrow. Just keep in mind we do have small craft advisories that are going to stay in effect throughout the morning hours, and then things will start to clear off. We're looking at some clearing conditions during the afternoon on Monday. The high only 70 for the day, and so it only lasts a day before we start to get back up into the mid to upper 70s, and then on Friday a 20% chance of rain with the next cold front. Alan?
Now, sports.
If you're a fan of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, so sorry. Another week, another claiming defeat out of the hands of victory. First quarter, Jameis Winston is hit as he throws the ball and loses it. Carolina recovers and has a short field to work with. Panthers would finish the drive with a 25-yard field goal from Graham Gano. Then, just before the 2-minute warning, Damiere Byrd returns a kickoff for 103 yards for a touchdown. Wow. Fourth quarter, 15 bucks. Big fourth down for the Panthers, and the Buccaneers jump offside. Seconds left on the play clock. It's a quarterback sneak. Newton fumbles the ball, but then recovers it and powers it into the end zone. The final score, 22-19. Panthers. The Dolphins taking on the Chiefs in Kansas City. Chiefs force a turnover early. Jay Cutler connects with Jarvis Landry, who fumbles. Chiefs recover. Kansas City kicks a 31-yard field goal, 3-0 Chiefs. But Miami evens the score. Jay Cutler fumbles but gets it back on third down. Miami with a 44-yard field goal, tied at 3. But the Chiefs pull ahead in the fourth. The Dolphins try for a late charge but come up short. Cutler passing to Devontae Parker for 34 yards but can't get into the end zone. And Miami misses a 48-yard field goal. Chiefs go on to win 26-13. Some significant late season changes are being made to the NFL's concussion protocol. Some of those changes include stationing a neurotrauma consultant in the NFL's command center to assist in the oversight of each game. A player will be taken out of the game and can't return if there's any signs of an impact seizure, and referees who remove a player from the game for suspected head trauma must notify the medical staff. The changes come following several incidents that triggered investigations. More to come on ABC 7. Stay with us.
Planning a Carnival Fantasy Cruise out of Mobile? Then check out the park and cruise packages at the luxurious Battle House and Renaissance Riverview Plaza hotels. Stay at the Battle House for $169 per night, or the Riverview Plaza for just $149 per night, and leave your car for the duration of your cruise. Includes transportation to and from the cruise terminal. If you're cruising out of Mobile, come stay with us. Call 1-800-MARRIOTT or visit Marriott.com now.
Are you a food lover, restaurant goer, or home cook? Then check out My Suncoast Dining on MySuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC 7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, and helpful step-by-step videos. And you'll love the restaurant guide with direct links to your favorite Suncoast eateries. Whether you're cooking in or dining out, whet your appetite with tasty tips from Chef Judy at MySuncoast.com/dining.
Designers do it with style.
Tell me what's going on here.
Why, you don't like my hair? The Mark and Mandy Show. In-depth design ideas.
What is up with the tuck tape here? Let's cover it up.
Amazing beauty and fashion tips.
So Halle Berry has amazing skin. Her secret is coffee grounds. No.
Delicious recipes.
Today, I'm going to show you a special dish that is sure to please that special someone in your life.
Watch the Mark and Mandy Show right here on your favorite channel.
We are problem solvers striving for answers. Relevancy on every platform. We are driven to create content that's compelling, engaging, where it matters. We are neighbors that care about solutions, believers in making a difference, leaders, innovating in an exciting era of multimedia, reaching to always be the gold standard in our evolving landscape. We are Raycom Media. Find your opportunity today.
ABC 7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you. Watch ABC 7 wherever you are, on our live stream, on MySuncoast.com, on the ABC 7 My Suncoast app, powered by the Eye Associates, providing sight for life, featuring traffic maps and live radar, dining with recipes, and My Suncoast Restaurant Guide. Visit MySuncoast.com. Click on the Apps tab to download the ABC 7 My Suncoast app for Apple and Android. Season's greetings from ABC 7, your Suncoast News.
One of the stars of The Real Housewives of New York City is under arrest here in Florida. Reality star Luann de Lesseps was arrested this morning by Palm Beach police on charges of battery on a police officer, disorderly intoxication, resisting arrest, and threatening an officer. De Lesseps has been released without bond. She is due back in court on January 25th. No surprise here. Star Wars The Last Jedi topped the weekend's holiday box office, bringing in more than $68 million to hold on to the #1 spot so far. The film has made $745 million worldwide. In second place, Sony's Jumanji, making a respectable $34 million. Universal's Pitch Perfect 3 appropriately taking the third spot, raking in more than $20 million. It isn't just people on the Suncoast getting into the Christmas spirit. Around 200 Japanese office workers taking part in Japan's annual Santa Parade in Tokyo Friday. Decked out in the traditional red outfits with a few fake white beards, they marched through the capital's business district, giving out small presents and sweets to bystanders. North American Aerospace Defense Command, better known as NORAD, is charged with protecting American airspace, but that doesn't mean it can't have a little fun. NORAD will continue its Christmas tradition of tracking Santa Claus this year. The tradition began in 1955 with a misprint in a Sears ad. Instead of a phone number for children to call Santa, the ad gave the hotline number for NORAD. The colonel on duty updated all the children who called and started the tradition that continues today. And if you want to see the Santa Tracker live, we have a link up on our website, mysuncoast.com. So Wendy,
I love how that began. What a great story.
It's a fantastic story. And now a little heads up to Santa of some overnight showers.
Yes, we're going to see a little bit of rain, but it's going to be a thin band of rain that's going to come through. By the time it gets here, it could just be down to sprinkles for our area. But that's going to be taking place around 3, 4, 5 in the morning. And then after the front comes on throughout the morning hours for us, we're going to be left with starting off the day with cloudy conditions and then partly cloudy skies, high of 70.
All right, Wendy, thanks a lot. And that's all the time we have. We'll see you back at 11.